have finally decided on your last request, Mr. Brighton?
Yes, I have, Father. I have been doing a great deal of thinking. I know now what I want.
And what is that, my son?
To see Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Holmes, the detective. You've got to bring him to me.
But you have only 5 hours.
I know. I have only 5 more hours to live. That is why I must see Mr. Holmes at once.
Very well. If the man can be found, I'll have him brought here. Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I say, Watson. I wonder if you mind giving me a hand with a rather interesting experiment.
Experiment? What kind of experiment?
Oh, nothing much. Simply stand by while I drink this. You might need your stethoscope.
Stethoscope?
Dangerous, is it, Holmes? It should be perfectly safe.
Wait a minute, Holmes. There's someone at the door. I distinctly heard a knock.
Inspector Lestrade, I can't tell you how pleased I am to see you. Come in, come in.
You were pleased to see me?
Delighted.
Yes, yes, of course you are. Why shouldn't you be?
Sit down, make yourself comfortable. Some tea, some coffee. A sandwich, perhaps.
No, thank you, Dr. Watson.
What seems to be the trouble, Lestrade?
Holmes, you remember the murder of Phyllis Brighton?
Brighton, yes, she was strangled by her husband, wasn't she?
Exactly. Edward Brighton, the theatrical producer. Well, an hour ago, he made his last request. Rather an absurd one, if you ask me, in the circumstances.
Well, what was it, Lestrade? What was it?
Him.
Me?
Why? He was properly tried and convicted. Surely all the facts in the case were presented. Well, there's no need to worry about that, Dr. Watson. Our British courts of law never make a mistake. But he asked to see you, Holmes. However, whenever possible, we like to fulfill the last requests of a condemned man.
His execution is tonight?
At midnight. He has less than 4 hours to live.
4 hours? Nobody can do anything in 4 hours.
I know. That's what I said to the chaplain when he told me.
Well, did Brighton tell him why he wanted to see Holmes?
No, just a drowning man clutching at straw.
4 hours.
Suddenly it came to me, Mr. Holmes. I was lying here on the bed, and I remembered something that happened on the night of the murder. It has completely escaped my memory until now.
And what is this recollection?
As you may know, my world is the theatre. During a long, and if I may say so, distinguished career, I have produced over 30 highly successful plays in West End theatres.
I have been privileged to attend some of them.
Naturally, I have had the opportunity to meet many actresses, but I have never permitted myself to become personally involved with any of them. Theatrical performers, you know, are a rather unstable lot. Until I met Phyllis. She was attractive, full of life, and completely without talent. I fell in love with her and married her. And until her death, only a short 6 months after our marriage, I never regretted a moment of it. I was a happy man. I truly loved her, and I'm certain she loved me.
Mr. Brighton, each moment counts. Please tell me what occurred on the night of your wife's death.
That night we had our first argument. It was over a very trivial matter. Forgive me, dear, for saying so, but don't you think it's a bit too much?
What's a bit too much?
Well, frankly, your makeup, the jewelry. We are just going to the Kimballs for a quiet dinner. You are not appearing in some play about Marie Antoinette.
I thought you liked stage makeup.
Yes, my love, but only on the stage. Now be a good girl and go upstairs and remove some of the excess.
Oh, that will take time. We'll be terribly late.
Then we'll be terribly late. I will make the excuses.
You know, Edward, when we first met, I thought you were some kind of monster. At least by your reputation. But you're really a very sweet and gentle man. Edward! Edward, you're having another heart attack. I'll call the doctor.
No. It will pass, like the others. I think I'll go and get a breath of air.
Edward,
Now, just go up and change. I'll be all right. That was the extent of it, Mr. Holmes. Just a mild little disagreement. At the trial, the servants and even some neighbors testified that we had a violent argument. Never understood why they should say such a thing.
After you left your wife, what did you do?
I merely walked, perhaps 100 yards. Then I sat down. I was feeling very weak. I don't know how long I remained there.
You'd had these attacks before, Mr. Brighton?
They started shortly after Phyllis and I were married. I consulted a number of doctors, but no one was able to diagnose my illness. I barely made it back to my home. I stumbled into the hallway, and there it was on the floor. I knew it didn't belong to me, but instinctively I reached out for it. That is all I remember. When I came to, the house was swarming with police, and Phyllis was dead. Later, they told me that I had been found unconscious with my hands clenched around the poor girl's throat.
This object you saw on the floor, Mr. Brighton, what was it?
Well, that is the maddening part. I can't remember. I'm only certain there was something, and that it didn't belong to me.
Do you have any memory as to its general size, shape, or color?
Nothing beyond what I have already told you.
And the seizures, are you still afflicted by them?
Oddly enough, during these last months in jail, they've gradually disappeared. It's ironical that now, when I have only 3 hours left to live, I have never felt better in my life.
This has been most illuminating. Guard?
I realize I've given you very little to go on, Mr. Holmes.
That's true, Mr. Brighton, but I believe you have an expression in the theater that the play is not over until the final curtain.
Yes. Ah, Holmes.
I've taken the liberty of asking one of your officers to get me the items found on Brighton's person when he was arrested.
Well, what good will that do?
Do you have a file on the case here?
Well, it should be here. Until he's executed, the case remains technically open.
Was there a medical report on Mr. Brighton?
Medical report? He wasn't ill.
Well, he said he passed out.
Yes, they all say something like that. Either that someone hit them on the head, or they had amnesia, or 50 other reasons why they don't remember what happened on the day of the crime. That's standard procedure. Yes.
Thank you, officer.
Ah, here it is. You won't find anything unusual there. The evidence was conclusive. They'd had an argument, and he strangled her. The shock of killing his wife caused him to pass out.
No, there's no medical report.
There will be a medical report in 3 hours after his execution.
There's nothing here, Holmes.
Well, of course there's nothing there. If there had been something there, we'd have acted on it. We don't need Sherlock Holmes to tell us how to do a murder case.
Is there anything that we can do, Holmes?
We can go to number 25A, Hanover Place.
What will we do there?
That's the address of the tobacconist who prepared this mixture.
You think that the tobacco's important?
Well, of course it's not important. Brighton smokes a pipe. That's his tobacco. Where's the mystery?
Well, there's nothing mysterious about the tobacco itself, but in his cell, Brighton was smoking sea shanty. An excellent blend, but quite different in aroma from old tawny.
Burley leaf, some latakia, and something else.
A small amount of yenage leaf?
Yes, that's it.
So he was trying a new tobacco. That doesn't mean that
Watson?
Well, a man who smokes sea shanty would never smoke this, not after the first pipeful.
Exactly.
So he bought it, didn't like it, and threw it away.
On the floor, next to his wife's dead body. As you would say, Lestrade, that's not standard procedure.
Can't you see the shop is closed? Come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be too late. We must see you now.
What for?
About a murder.
A murder?
Yes.
I'll come right down.
Even if you establish that Brighton didn't buy the tobacco, there must be hundreds of men who have.
Then we must eliminate hundreds of men, less one.
In a couple of hours.
More time would certainly be more convenient.
But we haven't got more time.
Exactly.
Did you say murder?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. This is Dr. Watson. May I come in, please?
Sherlock Holmes, indeed. Oh, come in, come in. My shop is at your disposal.
Thank you, Mr. Carstairs. Mr. Carstairs, may I see your customer file containing all the names and addresses of people who smoke this blend?
Of course, Mr. Holmes. Oh, Tony, it's my own special mixture, you know. Not many of my customers have the discernment or the money to smoke it. Oh, Tony, wait a minute. Here we are. I hope it'll be of some help.
Oh, Holmes, this book's full of names. It would take us weeks to check them all out, and it's only 2 1/4 hours to midnight.
Mr. Langsley Priam, 8 Groveley Square.
Langsley Priam? Who's he?
I haven't the slightest idea, but we must get him immediately.
Well, why his out of all the names?
Groveley Square is situated in the East End of London. All the others are fashionable addresses.
Well, that's unusual.
That's the point.
Thank you, Mr. Carstairs.
You're welcome.